start recording and let's do it. Okay guys, I'm here for save your day again. In this video, I will solve this problem, maximum frequency stack. In the problem, you need to implement one stack that have two operations, only push and pop. Push uh, will you will push an integer x into the stack. When you pop, you remove and return the most frequent element in the stack. For example, if you push this element 5 7 5 7 4 5, when you pop, you will remove the most frequent element. In this case is the 5 because 5 has 3 elements. Okay, how to solve the problem? Let's go to the paint and right here. Okay, I have these elements, those elements here. We have a bunch of ways to solve the problem. I wonder the best way is using two structs. One of vector and one map. A map int I try. Okay, let's go. Simulate the process in the vector. The first 5 has the frequency 1, the first 7 frequency 1, the first 5 frequency 2, the second say 7 frequency 2, the first 4 frequency 1, the 35 frequency 3. Okay, after push all elements, the order of the pop is 5 because 5 has 3 of the frequency. After that is 7 because 7 have 2 and is the last element with 2. After that 5. After that 4 because it's the last element with frequency 1. Okay, how to use these two structure, vector of vector and map, to solve the problem. Initially, before you start push the element, the greatest frequency is 0. Okay, the vector will store vectors of elements with a specific frequency. For example, in the first index equals 0, I will store all elements that is the first time that appear here. For example, I will store 5, 7, and 4. In the second position of the vector, I will store the second element. For example, 5, 7, and finish. In the another position, I will store frequency 3 and make the same. Okay, let's simulate the element, the operations. When I push the first element, the 5, let's check in the my vector of vector the position frequency of this element minus 1 and put the element. For example, in the case, I will create a vector, first vector, and put the 5. After that, check the same with the 5, with the 7. Check 7, put in the position 0. Put the 7 here. Make the same with 5. Let's blue. 5, I need to start in the position 1. Then I don't have the 1. Then I have to create the position 1, index 1 here, and put the 5 element. After that, make the same with 7. 7, I need to push in the position 1, then push 7 here. After that, check the 4 element. 4 element I need to store in the position 0, frequency minus 1. Then I will store the 4 here. Okay. Check my last one element, 5. The 5 is the 35. Then I need to store in the position 2. I don't have the position with index 2. Then I need to create the index, the vector, and store the 5. Okay. To store the frequency, I will use a map. Every time I put one element inside the vector, only increase the frequency. For example, frequency of 5 will become 3, frequency of 7 will become 2, and frequency of 4 will become 1. Okay, it's very simple. You can use a map or underwrite map to store. Every time you push one element on increase the number. Okay, but I will erase this. I don't need. Okay. But how I can do to pop this element? It's very simple. To pop the element, I need to remove the last one vector. In the case is 2, and I need to find the last one element. Otherwise, I need to remove the last one element inside the last one vector. If it's very simple to do this, is a back to back, the last of the last. Okay, and my answer is the last one element inside the last one vector of the pop, 5 for example. Remove the element. I will remove using yellow. I remove the element and decrease in the frequency. For example, in this case, I will decrease to 2. If the element, if the vector is empty, we remove the element. In the another operation, it's simple to get the element you need to remove. Is make the same as access the last vector and the last element of the last vector. Then remove the 7 here, decrease the element 1, To pop again, remove the 5, decrease the element to 1, and so if you notice, in this case I will remove the 5 and erase the vector, and the last one pop, I will get the 4 and decrease to 0. If I decrease the frequency to 0, uh, I can delete this element, remove this element, but for not store frequency 0, it's not relevant. If I check the code, let's do this. Retrieve the last emission. It's pretty simple. I have only two structure, vector of vector, underraid map with frequency, underraid for become a rash map. Is a pretty more faster. Initially clean our structure. To push is pretty simple. On check if you need create another vector. If you need to create an int vector, create the vector. After that, push the element inside vector of index equal to the frequency, increase the frequency, and to pop the element, get the last element inside the last vector of the vector of vector, pop the last element inside the last vector of in the vector of vectors, decrease the frequency of element, check if you can erase a frequency, and check if you need to pop the last vector. If I submit the code, let's check here. It's a pretty good solution. 92% even memory and runtime. It's a pretty good solution in runtime and memory use. To solve the problem, you need to notice, to understand the solution, you need to notice that when you put one new element, the maximum frequency at most will increase 1, and you pop the element, the maximum frequency will decrease at most 1 again. It's not possible. You have two elements here, for example, and when you push, you create the position 4, for example. It's not possible. If the vector have two elements, the next element have to place it in the next position. In the case is the position 2. It's not possible to need 3 or 4, for example. And the inverse is true. If you have one vector of frequency of the element like this, of with 0, 1, and 2 indices, and you pop one element, if you pop the last element here, for example, you have x, and remove the element, the maximum frequency will become the previous one. It's not possible remove only one element and remove two vectors here. It's not possible. Then you need to notice that these observations are true. Okay, guys, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you notice some English errors, please comment below because I am English learning. And see you next time, guys. Peace.